Hi guys, how are you? Today is, well, it's Thursday, but actually I think it's technically Friday already. I think it's after 12 o'clock. So kids, I think for the most part, are in bed. They might come out and get water, that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff. Um, if you're new here, hi, my name is Amber. This is oohaahcrochet. For those of you that don't know, I named my channel after my family, my grandmother. Every time my grandmother would give somebody a hug, she would say, ooh ah, and it was usually a great big giant bear hug, and that's where we started. And she's the one that taught me how to crochet a very, very long time ago when I was younger. But I am here today to show you some market prep and to talk a little bit more about the Garfield make-along. We'll just go over that real quick in case you guys are wanting to participate in that. I have several videos up on my channel about the Garfield make-along. We are collecting hats and gloves, scarves, little amigurumi toys, any fidget toys, bookmarks, anything small that you can ship or that you're willing to ship to send to the kids at Garfield. They are a title school, which basically means that I think it's 80 or 90% of the school, including my kids, are below the lines or above the below the poverty line. I can't remember. Anyway, they get free or reduced lunch, and the hats and the gloves are basically just because South Dakota is cold. Very, very cold, especially in the winter, and you have to have hats and gloves to go outside for a playground. And kids lose theirs, or they can't afford them. I know my kids lose theirs multiple times a year, or they set them somewhere and can't find them. So that all goes back to the school, and I've done it. This will be the 7th year, I believe, and I would like to continue to do it. The mascot for the Garfield is eagles, and so I'm hoping to get a whole bunch of eagles for the kids this year. If we don't make it this year for one eagle per kid, hopefully we can do it next year, but that's my goal, is to get enough eagles to give one to each student. There is 400 kids, maybe even more with the preschool, but roughly about 400 kids. So let's see, let's just start. We can go into that again. My information will be in the box down below. If you guys want to participate in that, you can send me a package in the mail. Just put on there Garfield make along, and that'll be, I will do a video as soon as I start getting packages in. I would like them shortly before or shortly after Labor Day, which is coming up very, very quickly, you guys. Like, so quickly. Like, it's crazy. I'm showing you, I made another banana. So, and this pattern was by Little Crochet Things on Instagram. Hold on one second. All right. He's behind me. Michael's up. Okay, and then I made 2 little stegosauruses, baby stegosauruses. This is a pattern I followed from YouTube, and I will link that down below. I did give it embroidered eyes, one because on something this small, I don't have the safety eyes that will actually fit and stay. It comes right out of the Bernat blanket. So something that is an appropriate size for an eyeball, the eyes that I have aren't the right size, and the backs don't stay on them, and it comes right through the hole in the Bernat. And I'm using a 6mm, so it's really not that holy. It's just hard to get them to stay. So we got those 2. And just today I made this. You guys, look at how tiny. This is a tiny Bananasaurus. This pattern is on Instagram, so you can find it there. It's a tiny, tiny Bananasaurus. If you look that up, it is super easy to make. I used a 5mm hook, and you can see that it's kind of got some holes. So I'm gonna try to go down to a 4 or maybe a 4.5 or 4.25, depending on what hook you use and how old that hook is. Depends on what that hook is, but I think if I go down to a 4.5 or 4.25, it'll take care of that little bit of holes. But he is so cute. He's so tiny. He's got the 4 little bobble legs on him. So I would really like to make a large one sometime, but right now this is all Dollar Tree yarn. So this is all the Dollar Tree just chenille yarn from Premier. So it's super cute. Super cute. And you just have to make sure you leave yourself a long enough tail so you're not breaking it. And it was so easy too. I think because of all the details, I can still charge $8 for him. So I'm going to charge $10 for this and $8 for that. So I think that's a good price point. I don't know. I guess we'll see. People like small things and they like that they're detailed and cute. So I'm hoping that will be a thing. I had this is kind of like a salmon color. Maybe it's coral, but I made 2 stingrays. And it's got the vintage cream Bernat blanket on that color. And I was on this whole coral kick, so I still have a little bit of this ball left. I made an elephant, and I showed this pattern last week. This is Instagram pattern also. I think it is by I got my book here. Elephant. The Zoo Stitch. The Stitch Zoo. It's not actually on YouTube. So this is the Stitch Zoo, and they also do this tiny turtle. And again, I did embroidered eyes. I have a lot of people that actually looked at my crochet, but they kept on looking like they were looking for something, and then, you know, I realized that they had a toddler or a smaller kid with them. So I am planning on doing some more with not safety eyes, because I use a ton of safety eyes. But this one is embroidered. So is this one. I like the way this turned out. This is these are both Bernat. This is a smoky green. I'm not sure these colors, but they're orange and light orange. And again, that's more of a coral than a pink. But pink elephant. Now that the original pattern doesn't have a tail, but I just did a chain, and I put some longer loops on the end so I could cut them and tie them, so it gives it a tail. And I double knotted it so it's not going anywhere, and this is very secure. So, and this one's got pink glitter eyes. So there's that, and both of the stingrays are embroidered, so they are baby safe. They would be toddler hand size also, so that's good. All right, so we got that. Got a whole stack here. I made a little whale, again embroidered. This one I forgot to put on the eyes, so that's why it's embroidered. There's that one. And then this is where I go into It's Ella's Fault. For those of you that don't know, Ella is No Catchy Name on YouTube and on Instagram. She has her own Etsy shop, so I highly recommend going and checking her out if you haven't already. But she has a tutorial for a pig on her channel. They're so cute. So cute. So, super simple. If you follow her directions, you will get a cute little pig too. This is, yeah, they're both in this coral color. I thought they turned out really cute, and it worked out as far as color wise. This one's got blue sparkle eyes, and this one's got a light pink. It's kind of hard to see. Some of these, I've said it before, and I'll probably say it again, but some of these sparkle eyes, they just don't show up as much as I would like them to. And the next one is, I found a baby rat pattern. This was on YouTube, I believe. I followed a tutorial on YouTube. I know Ella uses QB Crochet's pattern. I just didn't, to be honest, I didn't have the $6 to go and pay for the pattern. So I followed a YouTube tutorial. I figured if I like it, I will just use that. If I don't like it, then I'll go buy the pattern. But I think they turned out really cute. I think you can tell that it is a rat. I did do some changes. So this one's got safety eyes. I put bigger safety eyes in this one than on the other ones that I tried. But I don't have a lot of those. So she has you make ears and then sew them on. But I figured, well, I can surface crochet. I did a slip stitch. I did 2 half doubles. And then I did a single crochet and fastened off. And then pulled my ends through and tied them together real tight. And that pulled the ears together. I think they're cute just the way they are. Like, I don't think they need much more than that. Half double, you could probably do a double crochet too if you wanted a little bit more definition, but I think they turned out just fine. So yep, so cute. I'm not real happy with my embroidery here, but I just don't want to pull it out either, so I'm kind of lazy. This is a light pink brunette, and this is a light gray, and the rest is acrylic. So there's those two. So this is Ella's making rats all the time, and so is Granny by Nature. Crochet, they make rats all the time, and Maddie always says she sells out. So I'm going to try to make a few more of these and see how they do. So got that. And the last one I made, again, I didn't have the money to buy patterns, so I just went on, this was off of Okie Dokie website, and you can download the pattern free. My only complaint with Okie Dokie is the website is extremely slow. It is absolutely painstakingly 1990s dial-up internet slow. Other than that, it's fine. So I like the pattern. I like how she did it. The original patterns, like from 2020, were in acrylic yarn, and I don't know what you guys think about acrylic versus plushy yarn. The original pattern maker, looks like way back then, did it in different panels, and then you sewed them all together. This one, she does it in like a T shape, and then you sew it together, but it's all in one piece, except for the lid parts. So that I liked about it, and I realized I thought it was single crochet, which is where I get this ridge here, and it's not. It's sewn, so it probably would have looked maybe a little bit different without those single crochets, but it also makes it look like an edge too, so I guess I like it either way. In her pattern, she had you sew on 2 legs, but I figured it needed it needed 4, I guess. And a dumpster's not going to sit on 2 legs to roll around. So these look like wheels. It does stand very, very well, and I didn't overstuff it, you guys. Weird. I'm okay. I'm not very, this one is 2 panels, the flame. This one is only 1 panel. So there's a double flame back there. I need to do this better next time so it's not so holy, I think. She does call for like a double crochet and a treble crochet, which is where the gaps come from. But that's something I can fix. She has you sew on this part, but I also wonder if you could just do that top panel or that top portion you crochet half gray, half green, like on the top. I don't know exactly. I guess it wouldn't work because the panel's going this way, and yeah. So anyway, I like it. I think they'll sell. I know there's another pattern on Etsy. Again, you can pay for the pattern, and if you are able to do so, then I mean, more power to you, because it's going to give you the directions you need, and maybe it's the look that you want. But I have other ideas as far as what I can do with it to fix the next time around. The way it is right now, I added the bobbles so I could put a sign, but my eyes are too low. My hands are too high. I did surface crochet these bobbles on. So anyway, He might just get a sign in the back that says dumpster fire. It's fine, I'm fine, everything's fine. And I might attach it to the back. And maybe that's what I'll do. I don't know. So there's that. I am working on, today is Thursday, or was Thursday. Every fourth Thursday, our church across the street has a food giveaway, and that's where I was at tonight. I took my crochet with me, as I always do, and I was able to get 3/4 of a pickle, an emotional support pickle done. All I have to do is stuff it. I was completely out of stuffing. Mom traded me some stuffing for a Starbucks coffee that I went and got her, that she still paid for. But I brought it to her. And I got her yarn from Walmart yesterday. First time I've been in Walmart I've been in Walmart twice in the last week for my mom. My mom only. That's the only reason. Oh, and I had to get Daisy a brand new swimsuit because she definitely outgrew her swimsuit. And then, so I've got 2 pickles started. I just have to finish because I ran out of stuffing. This Bananasaurus, I just finished tonight. So I wanted to make one. I was like, I have this Dollar Tree yarn. Let's see if I can do it. And that's kind of the part of the Dollar Tree yarn, is what can I make that is still good quality, but doesn't cost as much as the other stuff. And it hardly used any yarn whatsoever. So I think I could make a lot of them out of it. And then, like, for the banana, because this is Bernat, and Bernat doesn't, this is Bernat, because Bernat doesn't have a brown, not a true brown, I actually doubled the Dollar Tree brown and used that for the top, and then it makes it all fuzzy, which is kind of cute. So, all right, well, I probably bored you at this point. I will see how many more videos I can get up for market prep. We are leaving on Sunday. Mom is coming here and watching our puppy, and we are going to be gone for 4 days, I guess, 3 days. We paid for this trip way back in February, or we wouldn't be able to go. I mean, that's the reality of it. But we are going, and hopefully we will have a lot of fun. Hopefully the weather holds out. But yeah, I'm going shopping tomorrow for whatever I can find. Our meat market, every morning, there's it's called Franklin's Food here. It's been over here for over 80 years. But every morning, the butcher goes in and discounts certain meat that has been on the shelves for however many days. So that's what I go in and I look for. So they open at 8. I try to get there around 8:45. And then he'll have whatever discounted prices are going to be out there at that time, and then I'll get it. Right now, that same store has hamburger, 10 tubes, 10 1-pound tubes for $35. So that's $3.50 a pound. I don't know what hamburger is where you guys are at, but that's like my lifeline right now is hamburger. So I figure that's a good price. I have been able to get some hamburger at Fair Market, which is our salvage store here. And I got that. My last price for their hamburger was $3 a pound, which I think is still a great price. So yeah, but that's my plans. Is tomorrow I have to go to probably 3 or 4 different stores, pick up some last minute stuff. We've got swimsuits, we've got inner tubes they can take into the pool. I'm gonna bring some crocheted water balloons. So if you guys haven't seen those before, I could show those. Maybe I'll do a little clip of the kids playing. And those are really good, great stash busters if you've got Bernat blanket yarn. They soak up the water really, really well, and they're great to throw. They're soft. They're not going to hurt anybody, but they do make a big splash if you like throw them on the ground when they're all wet. So there's that too. After my vacation, I again will be seriously market prepping. I have a 4-day fair coming up starting August 11th, which, I mean, the days are like really compounding on me and kind of freaking me out. But before that, towards the end of the month, July 30th is my year date for my carnivore that I started on. So I'm going to do a video on that. I'm not sure how long it'll be. It might be longer than most just because there's just so much to tell you. Just certain things that in even the last weeks that I have noticed that weren't relevant right away. I didn't see it right away. I didn't recognize things right away. But has been life-changing for sure, and I'm excited to tell you guys about that. Whatever you can do to change your health, and especially if you know you need to change your health, sometimes you just need a kick in the butt, like your dad being sick and passing away, for you to change your life. Good, bad, or ugly. I mean, at least I've learned some things that hopefully I can transfer onto my kids too. So, I think that's it. All right. Well, hopefully I didn't bore you guys too much. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button. Leave me a comment. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Talk to you soon.